Come to a comfortable seated position. Place your hands on your ribs. If this is uncomfortable, bring your hands below your ribs or on your abdomen. Begin inhaling through your nose for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. As you breathe in, search for any areas of tension and relax those places. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Inhale for 4. As you exhale this time, sigh a ha with your mouth closed. Feeling that vibration in the throat. Inhaling for 4. And controlling your exhale for 4. Inhaling. Exhale. Just carrying on at your own pace, feeling the ribs expand, your fingertips pull apart as you inhale. And feeling those ribs contract and fingertips coming back together as you exhale. Just slowly returning the hands back to your lap. Taking a deep breath in here. And as we exhale, slowly beginning to turn the chin to the right. Inhaling, chin back to center. And exhaling, the chin to the left. Breathing back into center. Exhaling, the chin to the chest. Inhale to center. Exhaling, chin to ceiling. Breathing back into center. Exhaling to the right. Inhale to center. Exhaling left. Breathing back into center. Exhaling, chin to chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to ceiling. Breathing back into center. Beginning to extend our arms out and up. And as we inhale tall, we're going to exhale over to the left. Inhaling, tall arms. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Breathing into center. Exhaling left. And again, back to center. To the right. Coming back to center. One more time on each side. Inhale. Exhaling, feeling that stretch through the ribs. And just coming back to center, release the hands down. Bring your right foot on top of the left thigh, or you can bring that right foot in front of the left foot, bringing the feet under the knees, flexing the feet. Going to bring the hands behind our back, clasp the hands, roll the shoulders as you inhale, lifting the chin up. Breathing in here. Exhale. Another breath in. Filling our lungs. And exhale. This time as you exhale, forward fold, lifting your hands up. Let gravity do the work in our forward fold. It's inhaling, rising up. Going to place your left hand on your right thigh, right hand behind you. Breathe in nice and tall through the spine and exhaling to twist. Inhale tall. Exhale to twist. Breathing in one more time. And if you want to twist one more time, you are welcome to it. Just staying here, returning to center, bringing our arms wide. Bring your left elbow underneath the right. Wrap the forearms together, clasping the hands. Inhaling, lifting elbow. Exhaling, releasing down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lifting. Exhaling, releasing down. Unravel the arms. Walk your hands forward in front of you. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let the chest, let the chin fall to the floor. Remaining here, breathing. And as you exhale, sinking down into the pose, feeling your hips open up. Feel the long stretch along the length of your back. Walk your hands back. Let's switch positions of our legs. So this time left leg is on top of the thigh or in front. Inhale, reach the hands behind, clasp the hands, roll the shoulders, lift the chest. Breathing in, lift your heart center up to the sky, opening up through the throat. One more inhale here. And exhale to forward fold, lifting those arms up again. Opening up through the shoulders. Breathing in. Let's inhale here. And return back to center. Let's bring the right hand onto the left knee this time. Breathing in, sitting up tall. And exhaling to twist. Remember, you can twist as much or as little as you like, just listening to the body and using the exhale to get into your twist. Returning ourselves back to center, bringing the arms wide, bringing that right elbow underneath the left, wrapping the forearms, lifting up as we inhale, and exhaling, lowering the elbows down. Breathing in, lifting the elbows, feeling the stretch between the shoulder blades in our trapezius. Exhaling, lowering elbows down. Breathing in, lifting up one more time. Exhale, releasing down. Unraveling the arms, we'll walk the hands forward once more. Breathing in, and then as we exhale, sinking down into the pose, into our forward fold. Again, breathing in. Maybe as you exhale this time, walking the fingertips a little bit more forward. As we inhale, walking the hands back up and just beginning to make our way over onto our hands and knees. Just making sure knees are hip distance apart, 2 fists between the knees. Wrists should be underneath the shoulders or slightly forward. Inhaling, lifting the chin and tailbone up. As we exhale, beginning to arch that back, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest in our cat. Breathing into neutral or lifting our chin up. Exhaling, arching the back into cat. Sit yourself back on your heels, back into our child's pose, letting our bottom rest on our heels. And let's hold here for a few breaths. Coming back onto all fours. Move your hands slightly forward. Turn your elbows so they point backwards. And as you exhale, lowering the chest, lowering the chin down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. We're going to walk the elbows underneath the chest. Resting on our forearms, palms facing down, fingertips in front, into our Sphinx. If you want to lift the chin for a deeper stretch through the back, you're welcome to this pose. And just remaining here in Sphinx. Lowering yourself back down onto the mat and pressing yourself back into child's pose. Coming back forward onto all fours, lowering yourself down back onto the mat. Inhale, this time we're just going to lift the chest, lift the chin into cobra. Exhale, lifting up back, pressing into child's pose. Inhale, coming back onto all fours. Rotate. And then just lifting the chest, chin up into our cobra. One more time as you exhale, lifting all the way up, pressing back into our child's pose. Holding here for a breath. Inhale, coming back up onto all fours, lowering ourselves back down. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, coming back onto all fours, pressing back into child's pose. Inhaling back onto all fours. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling back into our cobra, lifting the chest and the chin. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back. Walking the hands over to the left side, stretching out the right side of the body in our child's pose. Breathing here. Inhaling, walking the hands back to center before we walk them over to the right side of the mat. Holding here. Coming back to center. Let's come back up onto hands and knees. Begin tucking our toes, lifting those hips, pressing the chest into the thighs. Pedaling the feet out here, one heel down at a time. Feel free to keep your knees bent if the backs of the legs still feel tight. And in order to help keep our belly towards our chest, keeping those hips up nice and high. Pressing through the fingertips, let the head drop down, relaxing through the shoulders, through the neck, continuing to pedal those feet out, coming back down onto hands and knees, resting here in our child's pose. back up onto hands and knees, tucking those toes again, lifting those hips once more into downwards facing dog. So you can stay here pedaling the feet out, one heel down at a time, or come into rolling dog. So in rolling dog, we're coming forward into a plank, bending the knees, pressing the hips back before raising them up. A little bit stronger through the arms. So choose what your body feels like doing. Remember, pedaling, walking the dog is completely fine. Remaining here, pressing through the fingertips. And once again, let's just walk the hands back towards our feet and stay in forward fold. Just coming to ragdoll, grabbing hold of the elbows and swinging side to side, keeping the knees slightly bent, bringing the chest towards the thighs, and just letting the body relax. Slowly beginning to inhale and roll up to standing. Standing at the top of your mat, bring your palms to pelvis. Inhale, opening the palms to the side, reaching up. Exhaling, bring the fingertips together, pressing down. Inhale, open, lifting up that chi energy. Exhaling, pressing that chi energy back down. One more time. Inhale, lifting all the way up. This time as we exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Step that right leg back into a lunge. Your knee can be up or down. Stay in the lunge. And then bring that left foot back. Lowering knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhaling into a baby cobra, just lifting the chest and the chin. Exhaling, tuck the toes, lift those hips. Coming back into our downwards facing dog. Raising that right leg up into our three-legged dog. Slowly bending the knee. And drawing slow, big circles with the right knee, opening up through the hip, through the groin. Step that right leg forward, help it along if you need to. Staying here in the lunge for a breath before we step that left foot forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those arms up and wide, bringing the fingertips together once more. Exhaling, pressing the chi energy down again. Inhale, lift the palms up. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, left leg steps back into our lunge. Again, left knee can be up or down, your choice. Step the right leg back to match. You can come from plank or knees, chest, chin. Lowering yourself to the mat. Inhaling into cobra. Making sure the elbows point back. Tuck the toes, lift those hips into downwards facing dog. Pressing the chest into the thighs. Lift the left leg up into three-legged dog. Bending that left knee. Begin making slow, big circles with that left knee opening up through the hip and the groin on the left side. Taking your time. Stepping that left foot forward into a lunge. Just hold it. Step the right foot in. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands, sweep them up, fingertips together. Exhale, press down. Inhale, open palms up, sweep up. Exhale, pressing down. One more time. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the right leg back, bring that right knee down, coming into a lunge. Inhale, reach those hands up into kneeling crescent lunge. Pressing into that left leg, opening up the right thigh. Making sure the knee is slid back, flat on the back foot. Hold it here. Bring the hands down, lifting up the left toes into half split. Lunging forward one more time, bringing the arms up into cactus, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Half split back, left toes come up. Lunging forward once more, give yourself a hug. Once more. Hands come down to the mat, to the inside of that left foot, turning to the left, coming into Skandasana or side lunge. You can work on your balance, or you can bring one hand down to the mat, one hand to heart center, working on your balance, steadying yourself. Find your focal point, switching sides. Other knee bends. Left leg extends. Option to work on your balance. Bringing the hands down on either side of that left foot. Step that right foot in slightly, turning the right foot on an angle so the left heel is in line with the right arch of the foot, and drape yourself over that left knee into pyramid. You can use a block to lift yourself up or come up higher on the leg if it's too much stretch through the hamstring. Holding it here. One more breath. Inhale, begin to lift the chest, bending that left knee, lifting the arms up, turning the chest towards the top of your mat, opening up into Warrior One. We're going to shift the weight into that left leg and raise the right foot off the floor into Warrior Three. Option to hold onto the wall or onto a piece of furniture if you want to. And just being careful to turn that right hip down towards the floor so you can feel the full weight of your body in the full leg, the left leg, coming back into Warrior Two. Extend those arms out. Check the alignment of your arms, nice and long. Let's bring left arm onto left thigh. Reach that right arm forward, palm facing down. Rotating the ribs and the armpit up to the ceiling. Nice stretch of the body, long line through the right side of the body. Inhaling, coming back into our Warrior Two. This time turning that left palm up, reach it up into our Reverse Warrior. Right arm coming down the leg, opening up the ribs and the chest to the ceiling. Coming back into Warrior Two. Straighten the front knee, reach forward with that left hand, bring it down towards the ankle or calf, and coming into triangle pose. Be careful not to overextend the arm backwards. If you feel pinch in the shoulder, just bring the top arm forward a bit, or if the shoulder feels uncomfortable, bring the hand to the waist, opening the chest up. Coming back into Warrior. Turning ourselves once more to the right. Wide legs, toes point forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands all the way to the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. Holding here, breathing. You have an option to rest the head on a block if you want, to ground yourself a bit more. Just let gravity pull you down. Walking the hands over to the right leg, draping ourselves over that right leg, turn that left foot. Coming back into pyramid pose. Inhaling here, slowly raising the chest up, bending that right knee this time. Arms come up into warrior one. This time we're going to shift the weight into the right foot. And we're going to lift that left foot off the ground, coming into warrior three on this side. Once again, if you want to hold on to a piece of furniture or wall, feel free. Conscientious of lifting that left leg up, using the glutes, and at the same time turning the hip down towards the floor. Step into warrior two. Keep that right knee bent, long arms. Bring the right arm onto the thigh, left arm reaches forward, palm facing down. Rotate ribs and armpit up to the ceiling. Inhaling here. Coming back slowly into warrior two. Coming back into a reverse warrior. Right palm reaches to the ceiling. Coming back into warrior two, straighten the front knee, reach forward with that right hand, bring it down to the ankle or calf, letting the left hand lift up. Again, making sure we don't over-rotate the shoulder. Coming back up, coming back into wide-legged forward fold. Bring the hands behind the back this time. Rotate shoulders as you breathe in. Exhale, forward fold, lifting those arms all the way up. Hold it here, breathing. Let gravity do the work. Slowly releasing the hands back to the floor. Heel toe the feet in and coming down into a squat. Pressing the knees open with your elbows. Engaging your pelvic floor, holding it here in our squat in Malasana. Keep the chest upright. Bringing that left hand down, reach that right hand up into a twist. Bringing that right hand down to the floor again. This time lifting that left hand up into a twist. Releasing the hands, slowly make your way onto your bottom. Bring the soles of your feet together into cobbler's pose. If your knees come down easily, stay in this pose. If your knees come up quite high, just bring the hands behind you and push yourself forward for the same stretch. Pull yourself forward as you exhale, feeling the stretch in the groin and in the hips. Holding here for a few breaths. If you want to, as you exhale, you can sink even lower into the pose. Letting those knees fall to the floor. Breathing in, make your way back to seated and roll yourself slowly over onto your hands and knees. You're going to step. Step your right leg forward to the outside edge of the mat on the right side. Make sure your foot is resting on the outside. Hands are both on the inside of the right foot. We're coming into our lizard pose, making sure the left leg is stretched back behind you, nice open angle in the knee. And just staying here for a moment in our upright lizard. You have the option of coming down onto the forearms. If this is too much, you can always use a block underneath the forearms and let your foot roll open onto the outside edge. Another option is to press the knee open, staying up on the hands, just getting into the hip, into that groin. Slowly making our way back up onto our hands and heel toe that right foot over to the left side of your mat, or just pick it up and move it over. Make sure you're not falling over onto your right buttocks. If you are, place a block underneath the right glute just to support yourself so you don't lose the stretch. Again, make sure that left leg is outstretched behind you, top of the foot flat to the floor, and just staying upright for another breath. Slowly making our way down into sleeping swan if that feels comfortable, and we'll stay here for a few breaths, relaxing. Slowly beginning to make our way back up, reaching back with our left hand for the left foot into our quad stretch. If this is too much for the quad, you can always come down onto your bellies, lay yourself down, and reach back with the left hand for the left foot to the same quad stretch. Just not as intense on the knees. And again, just remain here. Release the foot here. Begin to make your way back onto your hands and knees. Bring the big toes together. Bring the knees wide apart, as wide as you can. And sink your hips back onto your heels into wide child's pose. You can bring the chest to the floor or rest your forehead on your backs of your hands. Again, just stretching out through those hips and groins one more time. Slowly beginning to make our way back up onto our hands and knees, bringing those knees together. And then we're going to step the left foot forward to the outside of the mat, back into our lizard pose. Letting that right leg extend behind you. Same options. You can stay up on the hands. You can come down onto the forearms or onto a block on the forearms if you choose. Or pressing that knee open. Just beginning to make our way back up onto our hands. Let's walk that foot over to the right side of the mat, sinking back down into our pigeon pose. Just staying upright with the chest for a moment, settling into the pose. And again, use the block if you're falling over onto the left side. And then from here, slowly walking the hands forward, sinking down into sleeping swan, remaining here for a few breaths. Beginning to make our way back up onto our hands or onto our belly, reaching back for that right foot, coming into our quad stretch, or you can remain in your pigeon pose and just lift that right leg up, reaching for that right foot into king pigeon. So you choose which option you want for your quad stretch. Release the foot, swing the leg back, come onto your belly if you're in pigeon. Rest your forehead onto the backs of your hands and just come into prone shavasana for a rebound. Just relaxing here. So from here, just lifting our chest, pulling the elbows underneath the chest, coming to rest on our forearms, palms facing down into our gentle Sphinx back bend. If you want a more intense back bend, your back feels ready for it, you can walk the hands out to the side and just pressing up a little bit higher, elbows straight into seal pose. So you choose whether you want more intense seal pose, lifting up, or a little bit more gentle back bend in Sphinx. Release from your back bend, make your way back into your child's pose, our counter pose, just stretching through the back, through the lower back. From child's pose, we'll make our way back to seated. This time we're going to stretch our legs out in front of us, flexing our feet, bringing our hands beside our hips, coming into Dandasana, an active pose through the legs. So as you flex your feet and engage the thighs, the heels of your feet might rise up off the floor, just holding this pose. Releasing the pose, bending up the left knee. Keep that right leg extended. Bring the right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind you, and twisting. Breathe in to sit up tall. And again, exhale to twist into the pose. And again, breathe in tall. And if you wish to twist, go ahead. Returning back to center, bringing the legs out in front, flexing the feet, hands beside the hips. One more time, back into our Dandasana, our lovely L pose through the body, engaging the legs, letting the heels come up off your mat. Holding it here. This time, let's bend the right knee in into Martyasana. Bring the left hand across the right knee, right hand behind us. Breathe in, sit up tall. Exhale to twist. And again, breathing in tall, twisting on the exhale. And if you want to twist one more time, you're welcome to it, if the body allows. Breathing in one more time here. Coming back to center, bring the feet nice and wide as your body will allow. Maybe lift the bottom up and scooch it forward. Bring the hands to center. If you want to use a block here, you can. And just walking the hands forward as much as your body allows. If you want to prop yourself against a bolster or block to help you, that's fine. And just feeling that nice, lovely stretch through the inside of the thighs. Just remaining here again for a few breaths. Just beginning to walk our hands back. Bring your left hand onto your big toe or your ankle or your calf. And we're going to C-shape the right arm overhead. Lovely side stretch here, opening up the ribs and the armpit to the ceiling, stretching through the right side of the body, the right ribs, making space for our breath in our lungs. Coming back to center, let's use the right hand to grab the right big toe, right ankle, or right calf, C-shaping the left hand. Just beginning to make our way back to center. Bring the legs in towards each other and make your way onto your back with the knees bent. Just lifting those knees up. Bring the arms wide. And we're going to drop the knees over to the right side. Keep the shoulder blades on the mat. So if the knees don't touch the floor, that's perfectly all right. If you have a bolster or block nearby, you can always place that underneath the right knee, just to prop yourself up. Just staying here in our reclined twist, just opening up through the spine. And this time, let's extend the left leg. You can take the right hand on the outside of that left leg or grabbing the left big toe. Just getting a nice stretch to the IT band here. That's that muscle that runs down the outside of our leg from our glute all the way down to the outside of our calves. And again, just holding it here for a few breaths. Let's bring the knees back to center. Lifting them up with your core. And we're going to drop them over to the left side this time. Just holding here in our reclined twist for a few breaths. Begin to straighten that right leg again, using the left hand to either grab the right big toe or bring the hand to the outside of that leg, again for that lovely IT band stretch here for a few breaths. Slowly bring the knees back in together, roll them up. Exhale, squeeze those knees into chest. Inhale, just release the knees. So a few Apanasanas here. Exhaling, squeezing the knees into chest. Inhale, release. So you can stay here if you want, or you've got the option to extend the legs on the inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeezing back into the chest. So that's your core option. You can either remain just squeezing and releasing, or add the core by extending the legs, raising and lifting them, lowering them, and squeezing into chest. So you choose what you feel like doing today, core or just simply wind relieving pose. Meet me with your knees in at chest and rocking out the lower back. Let's extend the left leg out. Keep hold of the right knee. This time, turn the right sole of the foot up to the ceiling, grabbing hold of the right sole of the foot into our half happy baby pose. Now, if this is too intense for you, you're welcome to bend up that left knee, bringing the left foot flat on the floor, or you can stay here with the leg extended. Once again, just opening up through the top of the leg, the back of the leg. Bend that knee into the chest. Right knee into chest, take hold of it with your left hand and bring it across the body into another twist. Try to keep both shoulder blades flat on the mat, so don't over rotate too much. Just holding here, coming back to center. Release that right leg to the floor. Bringing that left knee into the chest. Beginning to turn that left foot up to the ceiling, grabbing hold of the sole of the foot into half happy baby pose on this side. And again, your right leg can be extended or the knee can be bent up. Just pressing down into the back of that thigh, breathing into that space. As you exhale, releasing any tension from the body. Bending that knee, taking hold of the left knee with the right hand. Bring it across the body to the right side. Again, try to keep the shoulder blades flat on your mat. Don't need to come all the way to the floor. Just letting go of the leg, bringing both knees into the chest, and just rocking out the lower back. Bring the soles of your feet together, holding on. Press the knees away from you. One final stretch as we lower the feet to the floor, soles together, reaching the hands overhead. You can either keep the hands straight or again holding on to the elbows for a full body stretch here, our final pose before we get ready for our relaxation. So for relaxation, we're going to come to either legs up the chair or legs up the sofa, whatever works for you. So just making your way towards your sofa or chair, bringing the backs of the legs flat against the edge of the sofa. Tops of the legs, so the calves, should be resting on your chair or your sofa. Knees should be at a 90-degree angle. Just letting those shoulder blades relax. Taking a nice deep breath in and a gentle sigh out. And you can pause the video here if you want and remain in this pose for as long as you want. Just relaxing. If you want to use an eye pillow, cover yourself with a blanket. Just taking your time to relax and restore after our practice. So just beginning to wiggle those fingers and toes, pulling the knees into the chest and bringing gentle movement back into your body. And just taking your time to waking yourself up again. And when you're ready, just rolling over onto your side and just stay there a moment. appreciating the energy of your practice today and searching for space within you. And when you're ready to, let your head be the last thing to come up as you very slowly push yourself back to a comfortable seated position, whatever comfortable is for you. Beginning to rub the palms together until they become nice and hot. And when you feel that heat in the palms, just cupping them in front of your face without touching it, letting that heat and energy seep back into your body. Gently blinking those eyes back open, releasing the hands to the floor. Breathing in, reaching up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Inhaling loving kindness for ourselves. Exhaling compassion for others. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.